Hey Cyclones fans, I'm Christina Moore.
And I'm Keith Red.
And this is Community
Community
Corner. Welcome to Community Corner, the place where we highlight amazing people who are truly making an impact not only on our community, but on our world. Today we are joined by a very special guest, Dr. Joan Fallon, who is no stranger to the Brooklyn Cyclones. She's a wonderful partner. Welcome, Dr. Joan Fallon.
So happy to be here, Christina.
It's so wonderful to have you, especially as our first guest on Community Corner.
That's great.
So we're going to dive right in. So you are the CEO of Curemark. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization, how you got started, and this is your baby, so tell us about it.
Curemark is a biotech company, and we're working on multiple disease conditions, but the first one is autism, and that's our main focus, is trying to find or working on treatment for autism. It came about because I discovered something when I was in practice with these children, and took it from an observation into a patent, into a company, into clinical trials, and that's sort of where we are now.
You are our presenting partner for our Puzzle Piece Playhouse, our first ever sensory safe suite right here at the ballpark. It was such a success this year, and we've had dozens and dozens of families take advantage of the space, and it couldn't have happened without you as a partner. So obviously you have that connection, but why did you say yes to us?
Well, it's the perfect thing for me. I love baseball, I love children, I'm working in autism, and the thing that's important about autism to recognize, it's a family disease. So it's not like you have a child that's bedridden or a child that has a physical handicap. This is a child, in many cases, who finds it difficult to go out into the world. So families have to make lots of compromises. Where do they go to eat if they go out? Can they go out to eat? Can they go to the mall? Can they not go to the mall? How long can they be in the mall? So all these compromises are made. So to have a place where families can go, where they can bring their child with autism, their neurotypical children, and they themselves can have an enormously wonderful time at the ballpark is just such a great blessing for all of them. So we're so pleased and happy to be a part of this.
Well, we certainly saw that firsthand. The happiness and just the genuine joy that we saw as Cyclones employees is something that was unbelievably rewarding. So thank you for allowing us to do something like this, and to hopefully start a trend and make this the norm in sports, not only in minor league baseball, but in sports. So we really appreciate it very much.
It should be the norm everywhere. There needs to be a safe space for these children, no matter where you go. And especially in a place where there's lots of noise and sounds and sights and things and colors that make it difficult for them sometimes to process. To have a safe space is really important.
You are a hometown gal, you love baseball, and you and I have had this conversation before, but I think our viewers would find this really entertaining, that you take the men's camp clinic, right, at the Yankee Stadium every year.
Right.
And I know one of the years that you went, there was an interesting clinic participant. So tell us that story.
Your crosstown rivals do a clinic. They do one abbreviated week for women and a week for men. And because I'm in biotech, the whole biotech and pharma community goes to San Francisco, the same week every year in January. And it happens to be the week of the women's camp. So going back, like 7 years ago, I started going to the men's camp, and it was great. I still play with the same guys. I just came back from there, and the thing that's interesting about it is that some of the older guys don't sort of get the fact that women can now play with men. So we were coming back from one of the games. You play a doubleheader every day, and so one of the guys who hadn't been there before said to me, "So, how did you get to do this?" And I said, "What do you mean, how did I get to do this?" "Well, yeah, like, how did you get to do this?" "You mean, like, be here?" He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I signed up, I paid my money, and I flew down. That's basically what I did."
Generally how it works.
And he's like, no, like, how did you get to do this? I said, "Oh, you mean like because I'm a woman?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, Title IX was a very, very long time ago." I said, "And really, you can't really make the differentiation." I said, and sort of like, how did I do this morning? He said, yeah, you got 2 hits. I'm like, okay. So do I belong here, right? He's like, yeah. Okay.
And didn't you get more hits than him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But
Come on, we got to represent the ladies.
Yes.
Got to throw that one in there. That's important.
It's fun. I can still, I can still hit a ball. So that's it's fun for me.
You are a remarkable woman. What do you want your legacy to be?
I think I want to be known for giving opportunity to children. And that's children across the entire spectrum of life, right? So being able to help children go to a baseball game because one of their siblings has autism, or be able to help a child go to college or to high school, a private high school, or being able to help a child achieve what it is their potential is. So that's really what it's about, right? It's about getting a child to live up to their potential. And when you afford them opportunity, then they can do that. And that, to me, is the most important thing in life. Their self-advocacy, their opportunities, and if I can facilitate that just a little bit, then I will have been very happy.
Well, Dr. Fallon, thank you so much for coming and being the guest on our first episode of Community Corner. It's been unbelievable having you here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Cyclones fans, if you know somebody making a difference in our community and think they should be featured on the show, make sure to email us at info@brooklyncyclones.com, and don't forget to join us on Thursday, June 18th for opening day versus the Staten Island Yankees. We'll see you next time on Community Corner.